How you doing there, everybody? My name is Bruce. Welcome to another episode of the ZapERP show. On that note, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. Hi, everybody. I'm Bruce. As you can see, we have a full packed house today. So to my right, I have the founder of ZapERP, Nikhil. Hello, good evening, Nikhil. Thank you for joining us today. So down below me, we also have who's going to be walking us through ZapSeller, Prashant, down below. Hello, down there. And then we also have our partner from Omnikick, Ruko. I have. It's the hardest time, like for me, enunciating Mahajapan. So I just go with the Ruko because it's just short. I just go with it. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to share my screen and we'll go ahead and get started on today's presentation of Zap Inventory, ZapAPPS for ZapSeller. Let's go ahead and jump in on that. And Nick, did you want to go through this, and then we'll have Prashant do ZapSeller Walkthrough.
Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
There we go. All right.
Perfect.
Jumping right in.
Awesome. So today I did not interrupt the introduction. So some improvements, right? Okay. Awesome. So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about ZapSeller. We're going to show the backend because a lot of people asked us, okay, how the backend looks like, how the front end looks like. So today we will give you a brief overview of both. What is the functionality is, what is like what all sort of like a high level feature overview. And then as usual, we will also go through ZapERP inventory updates, which are scheduled for a month of May. Then some of the ZapAPPS tools that we always cover. And finally, we will also have a question and answer session. So before I jump to the next slide, I just wanted to introduce you guys to one of my teammates, Prashant. He's our lead developer. He's working heavily for a ZapSeller improvements and development. So, hey, Prashant. Yeah. So, so Prashant should be able to share his screen and take it from there. So, Prashant, can you share your screen now?
Yeah, right now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so please go ahead and share the screen, and we both will go through the overview of ZapSeller.
Okay.
Totally
Okay, I'm
understandable.
sharing. Too many options are coming over here. Entire screen. I know it's asking not all options is disabled over here.
Okay.
Are you guys able to see the screen?
Nothing yet. If you are not able to share, I can share. Just let me know.
No, I think I have to reload the page. It's saying browser has blocked your screen.
Okay, that's fine. No worries. I will go ahead and share my screen with the group and should be able to see the screen now. So perfect. Bruce, all good? Did we lose Bruce? Okay. Yeah.
No, you're good.
Bruce
You're
is there.
good.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so as you guys asked, like how the front end looks like. So this is the high level overview of front end. As you can see, it's a very straightforward view. Obviously, you can load the slides also. So right now in our demo account, we don't have a lot of slides, but as you can see, you have like those categories like toys, clothes, glasses, and so on. Then you can put in like multiple hero images. So right now we have only one hero image, and then you can have like a featured products, uh, like the way we are displaying right now. Then your regular sort of like a advertisement which says, okay, we have sale running, we have 40% off. then your footer, where you can put in additional pages, and all these is customizable. So you can remove these images, you can replace the footer, you can have your own categories, you can have your own locale. So all this is customizable. Now, just to give you a demo, if I click on any product, it will show you details associated with that product. So for example, it could be a color of that product, it could be a size of that product, whether that product is in stock or not. If it is a digital product, then it will show a digital downloadable product. Then as a customer, like your customer can select the number of quantities, its variant, and then then they can do an add to cart. Once it is added to cart, it is up to you as a user whether you want to allow that customer to do a guest checkout, or whether you want to force that customer to register an account and only then process the checkout. So checkout process is pretty standard. You click on checkout, then it will, right now it is asking for an account. I'm
Yeah.
not going to go ahead and create an account, but the process is, you basically put in your address detail, and then enter the payment information such as credit card, and then make the payment. Once the payment is done, the order will go to the backend. Okay, and this is how the backend looks like. So again, I'm going to be very high level. So as you can see in the backend, we have given an option such as sales that shows your latest orders. So if I go to order section, you will be able to see the orders that were placed during our test or trial. So as you can see, we also maintain order status. So if I open an order which is in pending status, let's open that. You will be able to see that we show you complete details like order information, account information. So who made this order, what is the billing address, what is the shipping address, and then payment information, whether the payment was done using Stripe, PayPal, Razorpay, and so on. Then actual products order. So in this case, it's just a demo product that was ordered by customer, and it shows you like what was the tax, what was the shipping fee, and so on. Now, as a user, you can either invoice this customer or you can cancel. So if you invoice, obviously you can ship it. So you invoice it, you ship it. And you can also email all this information to end customer. So if I go to shipment, right now there is no shipment. But if I click ship, the order status will change from pending to shipped. So that way, a customer will know that his products were shipped. So this is again the sales part. Then we also have refunds. We also have a place where you can add your products. You can add your digital product. You can add your variable, like a complex products. You can add your simple products. All you have to do is click on add product, and rest of the screens are pretty simple. So you select the product type such as grouped, select the family of attributes, enter the SKU associated with that product, and that's it. And then you put in more information as needed. So I'll just quickly show you some of the existing product that we have created. Okay, let's select this BlackBerry. So this product, BlackBerry, it's a simple product, but as you can see, you can maintain lot of properties associated with it. So for example, do you want to keep this product in a featured section? Do you want to add a tag that says a new product? Do you want to have this product enabled? Is there any meta description for that? So Bruce, if you remember a few days, last week, we discussed about the SEO capabilities of the ZapSeller, right? This is where the SEO capabilities of ZapSeller really shine, because you can put all those meta details associated with the individual product. So meta title, meta keywords, meta description.
Yeah,
Then
we had some people that were asking that, so I'm glad that you pointed that out because that did come up.
yeah, exactly. Then you can put in price, shipping details. So if you would like to have some sort of a shipping calculation or shipping rate, specific to the product, you can do that. Then inventory, how much quantity that you would like to maintain, multiple images associated with the product, categories of the product. As I mentioned, you can have your own custom categories which are displayed at the top. Then the channel, you can have multiple channel. Usually channels are very useful when you have POS also running. So we have a POS capability where you can say, okay, I'm gonna sell these product only online and I'm gonna sell these product offline. So you can have these channel maintained. Then linked product. So linked product are quite useful when you are doing upsell, cross sale, and doing some sort of a related product sale. Again, we have made sure that these are the feature are available to end user, because at the end of day, as a user, whenever you are selling, let's say an iPhone charger, right? You may want to sell an iPhone battery pack too, so you can do that cross sale or upsell to end customer. So we have given that feature. So whenever you customer is buying that product, he will immediately see that, okay, there is a iPhone battery pack also available with you, so that he can sort of be pushed towards the purchase of that product. So that covers the product part. As I mentioned, you can add your own attributes, you can add your own categories. We have a small CRM similar to what we have in ZapERP, where you will be able to see all the customer information. We also have small CMS. As I mentioned, you can have all these pages added on your own. So for example, tomorrow, if you would like to add some sort of a GDPR policy section, you can add it here. Then promotions, you can run your own promotions. You can manage some internal documents. Then you can add your payment gateways: Stripe, PayPal, Razorpay, to checkout, authorize.net. Then you can configure some of the system sections, such as what is the name of the team, name of the company. Then you can also change the theme. So that is important. Right now, the theme that we have, we are showing it's a default theme that we use. It's very simple, very plain, but we also have two other themes that you can use. Then we also have
Yeah,
support for progressive web app as well as company section. Now, now I know, Prashant, I sort of like went very fast. Hey, Samit is messed up. Okay. Sorry, I just read one comment. Uh, hmm. Okay. So, Prashant, I went bit fast. Do you have anything that you would like to add, or anything important that I missed?
yeah, there is an another section for like we have under configuration, we have a lot of settings, as we have also integrated the marketplace module inside this application also. I think we should also point towards that also a little bit, because we are running a SaaS, and all the people should also know we have this marketplace functionality as well under each store.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a good point. So, marketplace functionality allows user to add other sellers on their store. So it's like having their own eBay. They can also collect payments on behalf of their sellers. So this is very important,
Yeah.
because this allows these users to have those sellers and their own products selling on their store. Right, Prashant? I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm not going to go into details for marketplace. How does it work? Because for that, I think we need to have another webinar altogether. But I think this gives enough information, like what is a marketplace.
Yeah. Apart from it, I think I should throw a little light on settings also. Like, uh, if you are Nikhil, you can you go to the settings section in the admin panel once again?
Sure.
Just click on the settings. Yeah, just
Okay.
look over this list inside the settings. Like we can manage the locales, like we can have the multiple currencies also. We can set up the exchange rates if we have the multiple currencies. Like we can we have an API that will provide us the exchange rate for the multiple currencies. an automatic exchange rate will automatically sync up the prices
Okay.
according to when the exchange rate changes. And
Okay.
we can create inventory sources, like we can have multiple inventory sources also,
Okay.
and throughout we can manage the users. And the hero image that we were seeing on the storefront was managed by the sliders. And most importantly, we want to manage the taxes, so taxes is also inside this settings under the settings menu.
Got it. Makes sense. That's actually very good. That's very important. And in terms of a so in terms of a feature set, because I have these settings open, right? So we can also allow our user to add their own icons, own logos, right?
Yeah.
Right. So basically they have their own branding. They can have some sort of a what do you say, like a like in the footer section also they have their uh, own designs. So for example, if I quickly show you our ZapSeller website, because I think that footer is more it's kind of a good design example.
Yeah,
So let me
more likely
go.
seeable.
Yeah, exactly. Not the demo account that we have. So this is not exactly very good
Yeah.
example, but this is a better example. So the advantage of having ZapSeller is you can copy the HTML code and you can just paste it here on the footer section. It will just make your footer look like this. Okay. So again, this is not a ZapSeller. I mean, right now for this footer we are using WordPress, but the point is you can copy the HTML, paste it in the page section, and the footer that we have will be replaced by the footer that you provide. Okay, I think that covers a lot of high-level important aspects of ZapSeller. We also have POS. We also, I think I covered most of the points.
Yeah.
Bruce, do you have anything that you want us to sort of go through or point out?
Yeah, we have 2 questions that are coming up, so I'm gonna let you guys handle that right there.
Okay.
You can see it right there. It's on the screen. Will each marketplace require their own user ID and password? Will they require their own ZapSeller subscription?
Uh, will they have their own user ID password? Will they need their own ZapSeller subscription? Okay, so yeah, that's actually a lot of questions. I will answer one of it is basically, will they have their own user ID password? The answer is yes, they will. Right, Prashant? Did I lose you, Prashant? Okay,
Yeah, I
so
think
yes,
was breaking.
yeah. So they will have their own user ID and password. Now, will they need their own ZapSeller subscription? No, they won't, because they are your sellers, not our sellers. So you as a marketplace need to manage them. We are not going to manage them.
All right. So
Okay.
there's another question too. What are some people want to know the progress as their main use cases are big commerce, user management, flip commerce, or Flipkart, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, I think his question is regarding ZapERP. So, I mean, sorry, actually we did not start with it. I just thought that it's better to start with ZapSeller. But just to give an update, we are working on BigCommerce. Flipkart is suspended, as we mentioned in the last webinar. Uh, Flipkart hasn't resumed their operation yet. Once they are resumed, at least from the developer's perspective, haven't resumed yet. Once they resume the development operation, we will work with them. BigCommerce is in progress. As per the plan, it should be available sometime end of this month. User management, that is done from our side. The testing has been done. Now we just need to release it. I know it was supposed to go Sunday this week, but it will go Sunday this Sunday rather than last Sunday. So apologies for not starting with this, but we had a plan to cover all those points in some of the next slides.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, now questions are coming in. Regarding the checkout, can we do bump offers, upsells, downsells, subscriptions?
We can do upsell, we can do cross sell. We cannot do subscription at the moment, but in the future we can definitely plan for it.
Excellent. Can we personalize the product page?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Like we earlier also showed the product page. We can share the screen 1 second. Like we can edit the product, go on the any product added page.
Do you want to do
Okay.
that now?
Do you want to do that
Yeah, yeah,
now?
yeah.
Okay,
Do you
where
want?
you want me to go?
Yeah. Go to any product added page. Go to the product
Okay.
grid. Just click on the added icon.
Okay. Then should I just open any product?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. First one. Take the first one.
Okay, take the first one. TK. Okay.
Okay, so this is actually the product page is divided into many sections. Like we have the general section. So general section is mainly for providing the name. So we
Mm-hmm.
can change the name. If we want to change the price, then we can move on to the price accordion. Okay, so if we want to update the quantity, we can go to the inventories also. Like if we want to change the images, remove the previous images and add the new images, we can go to the images accordion also. Like if you want to replace the category or remove the category of the remove the previous category assigned, we can change it from here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can even assign a product to a certain channel also, so it gets visible into a certain channel and the other channel will not get it. Okay, so apart from we can change any of the information apart from the SKU. All the information is customizable after creating the product except the SKU.
That's a good point actually, because this is one of the problem that we have seen with Shopify and some other channels, that user end up changing SKU like 10 different times, and that causes lot of issues, especially with the product that we have ZapERP, because we sync all this data with Shopify or any other channels, and every time user changes SKU, it screws up everything. But yeah, so that's awesome. Now, in terms of, I think if I add to what Prashant was explaining, the theme that we offer allows you to do lot of control around look and feel of the product page. So right now, as you can see, the product page is like this. But if you change the theme, the product page is gonna be different. Like the looks will change. The placement will change. The colors will change. So all those things are dependent on the theme that you select. Out of box, we are giving out 3 themes, but obviously in the future, we are planning to add few more.
I think Nikhil, we should show them like I'm changing the theme from the admin panel. You just have to refresh the page. Okay,
Okay, sure. I
just a
just don't
second.
want to spend too much time though, but yeah, let's go ahead.
Just a second.
Sure, please go ahead. So you can change your theme directly from the configuration, and that is what Prashant is doing right now. So once he
Just
changes
refresh
the,
the page.
okay, perfect.
It's
Let
done.
me
It's done.
refresh the page. Okay, there you go. So as you can see, the overall look of the product page are now completely changed. You have like a write your review button. You have heart icon, which you can say, okay, add it to wish list. The categories are displayed more in the drop down. There is a search box here. So you can immediately feel the difference.
It's noticeable. Yeah, big
Yeah.
time.
So if I go back to front page now, again, it will show you a different screen altogether.
Yeah.
Lot of dummy stuff we have. Feel
Yeah.
free to ignore it at the moment, but yes, this is how the store looks like. Okay, so I think that covers most of the questions.
You have,
Did we
you
miss
have
anything?
one more coming up.
Any print on demand suppliers we can use with ZapSeller? So right now we are integrating, or we are sort of like in the process of integrating POD with Zap ERP first. And once we integrate with ZapERP, we have planned to integrate that in ZapSeller too. But right now, there are no POD suppliers for ZapSeller. But in the future, we will add them.
Perfect. I think we're all set then. So, guys, thank you very much for the walkthrough on ZapSeller. I guess, do you want to continue on with the upcoming updates for May? Do you want to jump right into Omnikick?
Let's jump into Omnikick, and then in the end, we will cover the updates.
Perfect. Let me go ahead and we'll go ahead and bring Aruko right in. Omnikick. Engage, convert, and grow more customers. All right. So on that note, let's talk about Omnikick for a little bit. I know that we had a lot of questions last week where people were asking what else. Like, thank you very much that you gave us the walkthrough. But a lot of people were asking about, well, what if we want to do an integration between, let's say, ZapSeller, the storefront, right, and Omnikick. So I'm assuming there's going to be some conversion tools that, just like it would be on Shopify or just like it would be on a WooCommerce page, we'll have that on a ZapSeller page too, correct?
Right. First of all, welcome. How are you guys?
Things are fine here socially. Everything's relaxed in Los Angeles, thank God. It's not like New York, so everything's calm and relaxed here. How about you guys over there?
I can't say actually. Numbers are getting up, but let's just hope that everything sorts out. You know.
Yep, I hear you. I hear you.
So yeah, Bruce. To answer your question, I actually have something prepared to let you know about what we have right now, what we're currently working on, and what will be the upcoming features that Omnikick 2.0 would provide.
Sure.
So I would go into that after a bit. I just want to start out today with in a different way, because last week has been a roller coaster of you can say emotions, or a roller coaster of knowledge, or everything you can say. So based on some postings on Facebook groups, some Facebook comments. So we got a lot of people who were very interested regarding the product, and a lot of questions. So those had to be answered on the social media, and some people, like some of the users were actually a bit confused, and they were actually mixing our product with general products. So I just want to clarify that first of all. So some of the questions that were based on Omnikick 2.0, and they were comparing the, let's say, the policies or the offers or the features with email responders. So the thing about email responders and thing about Omnikick 2.0 is that an email marketing software just provides you email marketing, right? And they do not give you anything else. What we are providing is not just an email autoresponder or an email marketing software. We're providing you a channel where you would be able, a platform where you'd be able to use email marketing, post notifications, and you use it in an automation cycle. Like the customer enters your website and the customer exits, and it will be all done automatically, and the customer becomes a paid customer for you. The subscriber becomes a paid customer for you. So this is an entire automation circle. It's not just that someone signs up and you send them an automatic email, or you send them an email after 2 days or 3 days. It's not actually that. So just to clarify, there is a huge difference between just email autoresponders and Omnikick 2.0, which is an omni-channel marketing automation platform. Now, coming to another thing, is like people were a bit like, we came up with the sign up page, right? You have the sign up page with you, Bruce?
I could put it on the screen. Give me a sec. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. But go ahead and continue while I bring it up.
Right. So the sign up page, we actually, just based on the feedback from the first webinar where we introduced Omnikick, the sign up page has been changed based on customer requirements. So what we did is that we actually came up devised 3 different plans so that the customers can go ahead and stack up, or the customers can increase their subscribers list. So we at Omnikick are actually trying to get customers' feedback and trying to implement them as fast as possible so that the customers can get the best support available and the best service available. But everything, like in order to actually, develop and put it into place, it actually takes a bit of time when you are working on multiple things. The reason I asked Bruce to actually put up the sign up page is because as you guys can see, there are like 3 plans, right? It's Earlybird 25K, Earlybird 50K, and Earlybird 200K. So the reason 3 of these plans were devised because we just had the 25K, and that was like $97 plan, and where you had 25,000 subscribers. So customer wanted more subscribers. So if you are looking to get more subscribers, then you have the Earlybird 50K, and if you are looking for a lot of subscribers, or if you want the best plan, then you actually have the Earlybird 200K. So we actually put that in place, that's in the system, and we also added a new update where it says unlimited emails and unlimited push notifications, which is a very big thing, guys. If you are like most of the people are aware of the market and how much it actually costs or it takes to put in sending out unlimited emails or unlimited push notification, what is the costing behind it. But some of the people who are not unaware, like who are not aware of it, so I would actually go ahead and give them a little brief of cost breakdown of just sending out emails. I will not talk about server costing. I will not talk about push notifications. I will just let you know how much it would cost you if you personally yourself would go ahead and send out, let's say, the number of emails that we had on a limited basis on the first page, which was like we had 100K emails and push notifications for 25K and then 200K. So 4 times of the subscribers is the limit that we had. Then we changed it to unlimited due to the customers or the community's demand, actually. So yes, Bruce, I'm gonna share my screen with everyone.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, all right. So let me go ahead and all right, so everyone can see my screen. Okay, excellent. So just to let you know, guys, I just like actually researched the market, so that because I have been saying to you guys that the value of the service that we provide is a lot more compared to the other softwares that are on the market and how much they are actually charging you on a monthly basis. So I actually put up an average over here just to show you how much it is. So for example, if you are using, or if you have 25K subscribers, then it actually costs you around $300 per month just for email. I'm sorry, just for the automation platform, but without push notifications. So you would actually have to pay $300 per month, and which is a plus or minus, just to get the email marketing and the other features in it, except for push notifications. And if you go ahead and then if you have 50K subscribers, you need to pay around $650. If you have 100K subscribers, you have to pay around $1,500. And this is per month basis, guys. This is not just like once in a time you pay it and you're done. This is per month basis. So compared to what we are offering on our lifetime offer and what you guys would pay if you go with any renowned software that's on the market. I don't want to take names. You can Google marketing automation softwares and you will find out this average pricing based on the number of subscribers that you would have or you would have. So this is what you have to pay if you go to any other software on the market, and it's per month basis. The thing about Omnikick is that you currently have an Omnikick platform that where you'd be able to go ahead and get a lifetime offer, get all of the services that is in front of you, and you can just get it for one-time fee. So if I go into that, This is a cost breakdown that I actually came up with. Just getting the emails, as I mentioned, guys, this is just based on the number of emails that you would be sending out. So if I go with our package, the Earlybird 25K, you see this is what we are offering, right? So you get 25K subscribers, obviously unlimited emails, unlimited push notifications, and it's just for $97, which is just a one-time fee. After that, you have no more charges in. So let's assume you do the list marketing. So you do the minimum level of marketing for your e-commerce business. You just send out 4 campaigns a month, only 4 campaigns. So just each customer would just get 4 emails in an entire month in 30 days. So that's once a week. If we go ahead and send it, so 25K, if we're sending it 100,000 emails, it costs around $90 just to send out the emails, guys. The second month, up to 200,000, the emails cost is again, it costs around $90. But with the moment we go into third month, if you send out another 100,000 emails, the costing goes up to $250. So as you can see, based on just 3 months of analysis, you can see that the one-time fee that you're paying, it only covers the first 2 months of our just email costing. I'm not talking about server costing. I'm not talking about push notification. So no server costing or push notifications. Now, as you can see, the third month, it goes way over what what you guys actually paid for us, the one-time fee. And this extra bit over here is our investment to our first 200 users. I believe this will actually answer a lot of questions that came up to a lot of users that mentioned that if we could, go ahead, and they were actually worried about the fee because they were looking for a lot of things. And yes, so as I was talking about subscribers, I actually remembered one thing. So we actually received a request where people said that they would want to change their subscribers list, like they would want to delete and add new ones. So what happens, guys, is that let's say you have 25K subscribers, and then my customer or our customers are requesting, some of them, just very few, they're requesting that they would delete 5,000 and they would add 5,000 more. So first of all, if those if we allow this, or if this is actually in place, what happens is that the customer never needs to upgrade, right? They can just go ahead and delete 5,000 and add 5,000. They will just delete 5,000, add 5,000. What happens is that they actually lose a lot of track of the old subscribers that they have, just for being in the sense that they would think, okay, I'm adding 5 new, but they would actually miss out a lot when they're going ahead and deleting 5 subscribers or 5,000 subscribers every month, because old subscribers put in a lot of value because they have a much more higher lifetime value compared to your new subscribers. So this is a very big thing, guys. So that is why we do not have that place that you would be able to delete old subscribers and put in new ones. That is why if you want to add more subscribers, you just upgrade to a higher plan when the lifetime offer is still in place. Once the lifetime offer is not in place, we go back to our monthly subscription basis. Then you have to pay a customized fee for every single subscriber that you put in. So now coming to the Earlybird 50K, guys. So this is the second one that we are, the one-time fee is just $194, which is the twice amount of $97. So over here, again, the same thing, same comparison. If you send out only 4 campaigns a month, the first month, 4 times of 50, you're sending 10,000 emails, which is the total costing $90. Then again, the second month, you send around 200,000 more, and then again, our costing comes to $250. Which is a lot more compared to what we are actually we are honoring actually based on what you're paying. So again, guys, no server costing or push notifications. If we add this up, the monthly value for our costing would actually go up every month. So the first month you won't be able, we won't be able we do not make profit afterward. All the reason we are actually doing this, guys, is just to onboard the first 200 customers, and we give them the platform Omnikick 2.0. They start using it, they love it, and then they share it with other users or other people in the field, the e-commerce business. So that way, what happens is that we actually earn good mark from them, and then based on that, the other people, when they see these valuable feedbacks, then they can come in and sign up for Omnikick on a monthly basis. So this 200 customers that we are getting in for the lifetime offer is just an investment from us, guys. We are not actually want to make money out of it or charging or nothing like that. Now, if we go to the Earlybird 200K, as you can see, the 776 one-time fee. So that's 200,000 subscribers, guys. As I mentioned to you, if we go to the cost breakdown of the comparison over here, even if we add, let's say 200,000, right? Let's not go 100. Let's say 200K subscribers. It's still around $1,500 plus per month for any other software or any other renowned marketing automation software on the market. So based on this, you are paying a one-time fee, which is a lifetime fee, just 776. And again, if we compare the same thing, only 4 campaigns a month. The first month you send out 4 times 4 emails, and then it gets 800,000. The costing is this. The second month again, and then the costing comes to same to same almost to what we are actually charging. And of course, the same goes with this one as well. You do not have any server costing or push notifications in place. The reason I actually showed this cost background, guys, is because many of our users were a bit confused, and they were actually confusing our fees or our like features and what we are providing to some email autoresponders or some softwares which provide just one service. So as you guys already know, I mentioned it, that it is not just one service we're providing. It's an omni-channel marketing automation platform. We're providing the various services. Right now we have email marketing, push notifications, broadcasting sequence. So do you want me to go to the second one, Bruce, or do I take any questions now?
We do have questions first, so let's take those that have been coming up.
Right.
So what is your deliverability rate?
Yes, that is actually a good question. We actually answered that on our chats many times. Our delivery rate depends on the reputation of your email. So if you have a good email reputation, you would get the best delivery rate that is available in the market.
So it's dependent on the domain of the owner of the email?
Yes, a lot of thing actually comes, like there's a lot of calculation based on the delivery rate. So everything, let's say the customer is top notch, right? And their system is all up to date. And then, so they would get the best delivery rate. So we do not have any issues from our end that would actually get less delivery rate. I hope I could make that clear.
Okay, all right.
It's like credit scoring, right? So if you have a good credit score, you get loan faster. You have a bad credit score, you get loan, or you might not get loan. So that's the thing.
So are you using like the customer's own SMTP for deliverability?
The customers are like based on if they're using a company email, right? And if their domain name and their email has a good reputation, right? They do not have any spams or anything in it, then they would actually get the best delivery rate. They would actually get a great delivery rate. And if they're using, let's say, personal emails, that also depends on the domain email that they're using. Let's say if they're using Gmail or Yahoo or what they're using and how they have used it for. That is what is tracked by the system. So then, based on
then I'm assuming then you're relying on the email servers that the clients or the customers own for the deliverability. You're not delivering it yourself.
We are giving the best delivery rate that is in the market right now. But as I said, there's a lot of things that actually comes into play. Very many technical things that you can say that actually works out delivery rate for any email marketing software.
Well, there's two kinds. There's the ones that are managed for the clients, like MailChimp, for example, right? They handle those deliverability rates and they manage that. And there are the other ones that are provided, let's say, like via SMTP, that come from the clients or the customers with their specific domains. So are you managing the deliverability rates, or are you depending on the users to provide their own credentials from their own SMTP email provider to deliver your emails?
Well, actually, you can say it's a combination of both. You can say we are actually providing delivery rate. So we are giving the, let's say, like some of the marketing automation platforms, it says the delivery rate is 97%, or the delivery rate is 90%, or something like that. So we actually give you the same kind of delivery rate, but depending on the user case of how the customer is actually using the emails and domains, they would actually, that delivery rate might go down or go up as well.
Okay, but you're doing a hybrid delivery model. In other words, you
Right.
still rely on our SMTP to deliver the emails.
Yes, in short, yes.
Okay, so then I guess that answers the question, is you're not doing the actual delivery, you're sending the emails to our SMTP server. Then depending on the status of our SMTP, let's say, for example, whether we have DKIM, which is the question that we have, whether DKIM is applied, right, which is for authentication. If we have it applied for our email accounts and our domains, then we're ensuring higher deliverability rates, and that's what you're depending on. You're depending on us as the clients or the users to have a good standing domain, to have DKIM and SPF set up. That way the email gets delivered. Am I following you correctly on that?
Exactly. You just, yeah, that is correct.
Right, so then the deliverability doesn't fall on you or the integrity of your domain, since you're using our domain to deliver emails. I guess that makes sense. So at the end of the day, it's still the clients, it's still the users doing the deliverability. Okay, got it, totally fine. There's a question regarding that, and I should bring that up. Regarding deliverability rate, what happens if the person doesn't have a separate domain? Which makes sense, because what if they're just like a standard Hotmail user, a standard Gmail user? Obviously, they're not going to have access to those DKIMs. Are you saying that the deliverability rate or the success of deliverability is based on Gmail's, the integrity of a Gmail domain, or a Hotmail domain, or an Outlook.com domain?
No, for personal ones, you would actually go ahead and get the possible delivery rate that is currently on the market standard. That's for personal emails. But when you're going ahead with official emails, then the other technical things come into place.
So you're saying when we have our own domains, you're letting us use our SMTP. But if we don't have our own domains, we're using your email service for email deliverability. Perfect. Right. Totally got it. Makes total sense. Moving on down, we have two more questions. Let me put those on the screen. So, do you have any video tutorials on how to use the platform?
Not currently. We do not have. We are actually working on the landing page, the sales page, you can say, so where you would actually have all of the features that we have provide, and some of the FAQs, what is our policies, and some of the question answer. So that once we have that up, you would actually have a video tutorial coming up next after it. But I see another question where it says, where is your roadmap? I actually have a bit of a scratch of roadmap today, which I will share with you guys in a minute.
Perfect. And I think you're also referring to this page, right? Sorry, this page is the one that you were going to have updated for the sale?
Yes, we will have this page updated for the sale. It will be a sales page where it will show the services that we provide and the description, some FAQs regarding the common questions, and then they would go to the sign up page.
Got it. Okay. So continuing down on SMTP. He thinks there is a misunderstanding. And whoever you are, thank you for the questions. I just can't give you a shout out because you have not given StreamYard permission for me to say hello to you and say your name. So please, I love the fact that you're engaging with us, but I'd like to give you a shout out and say hello. Please give StreamYard permission so we can, see who you are. And thank you for joining us today. He thinks there's a misunderstanding that the user does not need SMTP. Users can use the Omnikick server. Can you elaborate more? And I think that just makes sense. If we have our own custom domain, we can use our own SMTP email servers. Doesn't matter if it's G Suite, doesn't matter if it's Office 365, we have another paid email service. But if we don't, you let us use Omnikick's email servers for deliverability. Am I correct on that?
Yes, like regarding the SMTP, like I'm quite sure about it, but I'll just like it's not that the customer rely on their domain to actually get the best delivery rate. What I mentioned was that if they have a good reputation, they get a higher delivery rate. So the standard delivery rate that we are providing, it would be through Omnikick server. But I cannot give you guys a percentage. Let's say if I give you a percentage, let's say we give you 97% delivery rate, but it actually goes up and down, guys, based on the market standard. So whatever the market standard is, you would actually get that percentage of the delivery rate on your emails.
So MD, I just want to
Yes.
add 2 points here. I think their question is more regarding, do I need, I mean, as a customer, do I need to purchase SMTP like SendGrid and then put that configuration in the Omnikick? Or or Omnikick is capable enough on itself to send those emails? I think it's latter, right?
Okay, I do understand. No, Omnikick is capable of doing or sending the emails by itself. You just put in your list and you send out emails through Omnikick, and Omnikick will use the email servers to send out the email, and they will do all of those. The
Right.
customers
And
cannot help. Yes.
right, and I think regarding SMTP, last week I think you mentioned that maybe in the future you guys will have an option to configure user their own SMTP. Is it still planned, like in the future, or you don't have any such plans?
Yes, some of the questions, common questions, actually would be answered once I put up the next slide that I have in. So I would actually give you guys the brief about what is coming up and what you'd be expecting and so on.
Okay,
cool.
perfect.
Do you want to put up that roadmap so we can take a look?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so,
Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think that solves some of the confusion which was there in the comments, because I think that was their question, like, do I need to put in my own SMTP details? The answer is no. Omnikick is already capable to do that. So that's awesome, actually. And just to add some additional advantages of using Omnikick, it's not a simple email marketing software. It's a marketing automation for e-commerce. So MD, if I'm not wrong, you can have those events and a workflow where you can say, if this happens, do this. If this happens, do that. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, that is what I've actually mentioned on the first webinar and on the second webinar as well. It's like the customer enters your website, and the entire interaction from saying hi to the customer and after the customer buys the product and saying thank you, that is entirely done by Omnikick 2.0. So the coming from the subscriber pop-up that the customer subscribes in, if they go ahead and buy product A, if they go ahead and buy product 2, they can go ahead and go there. If they subscribe, they would be able to take to that email sequence. If they buy the product, they will send a thank you email. If they do not buy the product, then they would be we would send them I abandoned cart email. And yeah, so these are the varieties that you can actually use your triggers and your workflows depending how you want to interact with the customer. Once you set up your workflow, every single customer that visits your website will go through that workflow, and your system is already done. So you can just relax, sit back, and let your sales come in.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay.
All right, so
yeah,
we're gonna show your roadmap right now. And I know we're coming up on the 1 hour mark, but I also want to show the roadmap next week too, just FYI. Let's go ahead and let's put that up now. There you go. I'll let you go ahead and take it away.
Okay. All right. So everyone can see my screen. All right. Great. Okay. So guys, as you can see, I try because of the demand that was based on our users and our upcoming users. We just want to give them all of the updates that are available. So the current features that we have, you have the email marketing, the push notifications, the broadcasting using email marketing and push notification sequencing, which will be an automatic process where you can use email marketing push notification depending on which time or which day you are sending it, how you are sending it. Then you have the workflow automation that Nikhil and me were actually just discussing about. is you can use customized rules and triggers, how you want your workflow automation to be applied on your store. So people who are actually using mainly for the e-commerce business, the e-commerce business owners, this is a very crucial thing for them, because of the fact that if you are doing it manually, you have to manage a lot of platforms all by yourself, or you may have to set up a team so that each person can take care of one aspect of the marketing. But when you have the workflow automation system in place, what you can do is that you can go ahead and add email marketing to your automation. You can go ahead and push notifications to your automation, and you can like use the triggers, or you can set up your broadcasting, your sequencing, and all will happen automatically once you set all of this up. So once you have set up the broadcasting, you can schedule it as I showed you before. You can schedule it and send it depending on if you want to send it immediately, or if you want to send it after 2 days. Let's say you go on a weekend, or you'd be out of the town for a week, so you want to send out on one on Saturday, or you want to send out one next Wednesday, but you will not be in town. So you can go ahead and pre-schedule it on broadcasting, and once you are when you are actually enjoying your vacation, the broadcasting goes out automatically to reach to your customers. The sequencing, broadcasting is just a one time of sending, guys. So that is why it's called broadcasting. You reach a large number of users at the same time once. Sequencing is that you'd be reaching those users multiple times. So you can set up sequences like what you would go ahead and send to the customer, and if they do not react to it, then you go ahead and send them another email after 2 days, or you send one at Sunday, you send another one at Wednesday, and depending on what time you're sending. Workflow automation gives you a detailed triggers where you'd be able to interact with your customers, like depending, the customer comes in to the store, they see a product and they go ahead and want to buy it, or they're just browsing through, but they are not actually buying anything. So you let them know, give them a recommendation, or they're actually going to the cart. So they are, let's say they are on the cart and they just left the page and went on to another page, and they have been idle on the cart for 30 minutes. What you can do, you can send them a push notification, or you can send them an email sending that you have been, your cart is waiting for you to check out, so that you can go ahead and finish your checkout. Then they would actually get remembered, because sometimes what happens, guys, we actually, when we are browsing online, let's say I'm browsing and I'm opening my emails. After opening 5 or 10 emails, I get a bit tired, so I go ahead and browse Facebook. Then when I'm browsing Facebook, I'm browsing, and then the time passes by, I'm browsing YouTube, and I forgot about that I have to check my other emails. That happens to almost everyone, right? They go to one website, they do redirect to another one, and then go spending, and then they forget about the first one that they were in. So that's where your automation would come in, and then you send them a notification via push or an email letting them know that they have been on the checkout and they have not fulfilled their sale. So they go back and see, oh yeah, it is still in process, and then they can go ahead and work that out by themselves. The customized rules and triggers, there is a lot, guys. As I mentioned, you can go ahead and visit the automation. Let me show you. All right, so you can go ahead, and over here is the automation place where you can go ahead and create a new automation. You can go ahead and play with it, guys. You can go ahead and create the automation. As you can see, you can define your trigger. You can choose any trigger that you want, which you can go ahead and choose a sequence on that trigger. If you don't want, choose any one of the sequences, and then you can go ahead and add. So over here, as you can see, so everything is written here, guys. What would be an action, what would be a decision, what's a fork, a goal, a delay, and what is an exit path. So all of this is already here. So feel free to go ahead and add any one, try it, use it, create a draft, and see what actually gives you what benefits, and what will actually give you what goals, and what will actually help you achieve your goals. So depending on what you want and where you want the customers to go from where to where, and how they want to end the sale. Now coming back to the roadmap. So this is what we have in place right now. What is in process right now, guys, is the visual email builder. So as I mentioned to you guys, the visual email builder will be, let's say, the email marketing platform that we have right now. If I go ahead and right, okay, over here. So see, as you can see, this is the email marketing. So you can go ahead and put your name and your default email, your address, and you can go ahead and put your email here. So it's very simple. You can add images, you can add links, and that would be it for your emails. But if once we go ahead and put up the once we go ahead and put up the visual email builder, what you will be able to do is that you will be able to add buttons, you'll be able to add images, you'll be able to use different layouts, use different templates, and you can actually customize your email however you want it to. You can not only just text, you can visualize and make people actually make it colorful. So depending on that, you would have all of the options to adding buttons, adding action buttons, adding images, adding any kind of links, visual links, or you can add your products as well on the email that people can go ahead and just click and go directly to the product. So that what will be available in the visual email builder. Now, the question that everyone has is that how they want to integrate with other platforms like BigCommerce, WooCommerce, or ZapSeller, our partners. So that is why we're actually working on the manual integration code. Once we have this in place, the customers can go ahead and use this code to connect to any platform that they have. They would just have to add a manual code to their website, and they would be able to use that platform, not only just Shopify, as we have Shopify built in right now. So as you guys may have seen, if we go to settings, you see that over here we have the Shopify, which is built in. So you can just click install and your Shopify would be installed. What we will have is that we will have a manual code where you'd be able to add other platforms over here as well. So not only Shopify, you'd be able to add more platforms over here. Now, if we go back, you'd be able, so the next thing is that you would be able to add new sites. For example, your website, let's say it's ABC, shopify.abc.com, right? And then you go ahead and add that. So your username over here would come up shopify.abc.com. But you have another store, right? People have multiple stores, so you want to add your second store. So what you will have in this page, you will have add a new site button where you'll be able to click and add your new website or your new domain, so that you can use multiple stores from only one from your one platform. Then we have the adding new user or team. So this was this was one of the first questions that came up to users' mind, that and they were concerned. Even Bruce showed concern regarding this, that if someone signs up, they need to share the username and password so that other people can access it. So that is not the case, guys. What we are doing is that we are adding new users or team. So in this in Omnikick, once you go ahead and sign up, let's say I signed up, right? So MD Majaban signed up for Omnikick. So I want to add my developing lead, or I want to add my backend developer to that, or I want to add my marketing guy, or I want to add my sales guy to that team. What I can do, I can just go ahead and click on, we would have an option where you just click on the add new user icon, and where you would add their email address and their name and their role. So what their role is, and you can give them access to the store that you have. So let's say you have multiple stores here. So you say you have multiple stores, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have multiple stores here, and you just want to give access to one store to that specific person. So you can just assign that store to that person, and that person takes care of it, and you can take care of the other stores. So you can go ahead and add new users or new team on your platform.
So
Now,
the question came up is, when is that time period for the new updates of the features that are coming up in process?
right. I would go ahead and the entire in process thing. Let me just finish the last one, Bruce, and I would go ahead and give them the deadline. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. So the last one that we have in process is, guys, is the basic one that we had in our version 1. We have the drip opt-ins and the pop-ups. So this will be implemented into Omnikick 2.0 as well. So once we have the pop-ups in place, Omnikick 2.0 would have everything of version 1, and then they would have email marketing and marketing automation, broadcasting, and sequencing, all of it. So we are actually working currently on the visual email builder, guys. So this is supposed to, the deadline for this is actually by end of this month. So we would actually have it by end of this month, or by next, like in June, sometime June. And also the other things would be added quickly in by June as well. So all you had have all of this by July. So you'd have the visual email builder, the manual integration code, the new sites, the new users team, and obviously the drip opt-in and the pop-up forms. All of this will be added by July, guys. Right. So yes, all of this will be added by July. Some things that we have added just to share with you guys, because these are in plans, but we do not have a specific deadline or time frame for it. These are the upcoming ones. The first upcoming thing that we are excited about, very excited actually, it is the messenger marketing. So once we go ahead and put in messenger marketing, then we'll be able to have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 channels in one platform. So you would have 4 channels in one platform, which is Omnikick 2.0. After we are done with messenger marketing, we also have planned to put in SMS marketing. So SMS marketing, where you'd be able to, it will be a global SMS marketing, guys, where you can go ahead and buy your SMSs and send out or use SMS to market your products all over the world. So this is a very far out plan for us. It will be coming in the future, but not near future, but it will come up in the future soon. So that's why I'm not going into it that much. But yes, this is in plan, and we are, so at the end of the day, our goal would become that we become a 5-channel omni-channel, so a 5 channels marketing automation software. So email marketing, push notifications, drip opt-in, pop-ups, messenger marketing, and SMS marketing. So that is what we have, guys, for the current and in process. So in process means that the developers are actually working on it. And the reason we actually launched just a month ago, it has been a month or so, or less than that. That's why they are under a lot of pressure, the back end and the front end. So they are working day and night to actually give all the requirements. We would have finished some of this, but in the meantime, customers had different requirements. So we had to put in new updates on the page, like the unlimited emails, the unlimited subscribers, and then the 3 plans that were in place. So those actually took away a bit of time that we had planned for this upcoming features. But yes, we are working on it. So that's why I can give you a specific deadline, not a specific date, but a deadline would be that all of this would be done by July.
Totally makes sense. We did have one comment regarding the roadmap. Let me bring that up real quick.
Absolutely.
Someone feels like they're missing a form builder. And I was like, well, that kind of makes sense, because then that gives you the ability to capture more email leads. I can see
that is the drip opt-in or the pop-ups that you're talking about. So that will be done by July as well.
Perfect. Now, in any of all this, is there retargeting?
Would it be nice to add retargeting option by email? Yes, you can retarget using sequences. That is what sequencing is actually.
Perfect. Great.
And
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the roadmap overview. That was a nice way to show everyone when the other features are going to be coming down the line? When can they expect something like the teammates, for example?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah, the teammates feature. When is that something that people can expect?
Oh yes, so all of these features would be done by July. So depending on like basically what happens, all of the developers are working on each category, right? So depending how much time it takes. So that is for the technical person. I'm not a technical person, Bruce, so I cannot actually give you a deadline. And my developers are under really, they are like their hands are full. And as you know, we actually have the Ramadan month going on, so people are fasting and working as well. So which is very hard for them.
Totally understand. Totally understand. So the other question I have for you, and we'll get ready to wrap this up, is when do you see an integration with ZapERP happening or with ZapSeller?
Yes, that is the manual integration code, which will be done by July as well.
So you're looking at the end of July for an integration with ZapSeller?
Yes, once the manual integration, before that even, if the manual integration is done, you can go ahead and integrate with ZapSeller, you can integrate with WooCommerce, BigCommerce, whichever platform you wish. It's up to you.
Perfect. Nick, you hear that, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Yep. Just making sure you're on board with that too.
Yep, absolutely.
Aruko, for next week, we can depend on you to bring your founder on.
He is a very busy man actually, but I'll try to go ahead. Like what we were planning is that everything settles down a bit so that we can go ahead and bring him in. But yes, obviously I'll talk to him. It's very hard to get him, and also at this time, because right now it's at around 12:30 a.m. at night.
What we'll do then is we'll bring him in at the very beginning, so it'll be 11:30 for him.
I would obviously talk about, let you know first.
Perfect. I know that's gonna please a lot of the people who are watching. That way, they can have a little bit more affinity and grow more trust with the with your founder and with Omnikick. So I'm pretty sure that will help.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sorry about that, guys. Let me mute that real quick. All right. On that note, thank you everyone for sticking around. It's been an hour and 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and wrap it up, guys. You want to say any last notes before we close up?
Nikhil, take it away.
I don't have anything else. I know there were a few questions. What we're going to do is there is a plan for May as well as plan for June and July. That has already been released and discussed in our previous webinar. We are going as per the plan. There are no changes, which include BigCommerce, Etsy, Flipkart. So I think all those questions are already covered in all those slides. But next time I will make sure I will start with those so that you will know exactly where we are with respect to those.
Got it. Perfect. All right. On that note, let's go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Everyone, keep social distancing in mind. Stay safe. And we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye-bye, guys.
Later, guys.